Once then select which tables you want. Those tables you select and select your required table. Select the required tables that you want. So that's it. Steps are over. Then automatically when you click on the finish, if you really observe, there are some model classes got created automatically based on the structure of your department table and employees table automatically. Actually database is there. Based on that you are creating the model classes over here. Once that is created, directly you create the controller now. Now you did not create any model class on your own. You got created from the existing database tables structure. Okay. So, 1 minute is coming. That is, I'll show you practically. Connecting this way. So it will take 2 minutes actually to do while explanation takes time. Just wait, I'll show you. From Deccan Center, just wait. Now, I'll show directly the program. This year 2012 I'm opening. Wait, I'll tell. Which one I'll create in the new project. Let it be like that. Time waste I don't want to do now. How I'm doing the steps you just see, so that I'll stop here only. Same work with 1 or 2 steps difference, both model first and database first. First database first approach, later model first approach we will see. So what are the steps I told? Just go to your project, add new item, when you take me add new item, a window will come. Here is the place I said take data. Okay, data, right side Eduo.net entity data model. This is the one first option you need to take. And what name you want to give for your EDMS profile, you give it as yours is company, so CONT you give, because I'm connecting to company database. I have just done. Here are the two options are there, generate from database, because database first means what? You are creating the model classes from the database, so I must select generate from database. Second one is what, madam, is that is reverse. From the model classes database when you want to create. So model class also you want to design by dragging and dropping, but not using on models right click, add class like that. I don't want to do. Designer I said. So that time model first approach, second one database first approach, first one. Just click on next. Then I told you it will ask you the connection details. You just click on new connection, and right here is the place by default is you go to this change and always select Microsoft SQL Server as the first one. Change and take SQL Server. And what is your server name? Dot. In my computer is dot. Take the second radio button. Then it will ask SA@123 your SQL Server. Then if all these details are correct, then it will show the database here. Our database name is what? Company. Select your company database. Where is our company database? See, company. Click on OK. So now you will see, select the second radio button like yes, include the service sensitive data or not. Select sensitive data. Click next. That's it. Immediately all tables it will show, I told. It is showing under DBO, you see here, under tables DBO, departments and employees, both you select. These are your tables and click on finish. Here automatically the computer is creating the model classes or not, I will show you now. Now you can see that computer, okay you say, just 2 times it will ask, it will be harm like that, but you just click on OK. Now you see here the computer has created automatically one along with it. To see, this is the database, these are the 2 tables which are already there. The same it is showing for you. Okay, it's just I'm just moving, it's not required to move because it can't say I'm just moving. Once it is done, once build it, build solution, okay you say, and go to your solution explorer and check whether you got it. One context named as comp.tt, one context file will be created for you. TT file, .tt extension. Just say okay. Just wait. Now you see here, you collapse these references, come down and see comp.tt. If you expand that one, you can find the department.cs, employee.cs are created automatically. Just open and check, including the navigational properties, it got created, but we were not created. Using database first approach wizard, we got all these things. So nothing we have to do. Your work is what? Just to create the controller now. Right click, add controller. You just do like this. Just add controller and take it as a home controller like that, and take this one. What is your class name? Employee class, which you haven't created. Database context, you can take it as a new context, but here one small thing you need to remember, the context details needs to be specified in web.config, which he will not mention actually. Why? Because he will not change web.config as per our SQL server. He is using the local SQL server of your Visual Studio. So you just give here, what is the name we'll give, okay, CVMP contact, okay, and last step, only one more step which will not be there in your book because it's not required as per the book demo if you do it. If I am, for us, one in web.config, now it is going to create one connection string. So here go to your web.config. Just check comp context one is created, database name it is taking as it requires. So you know our database name, right? According to that you change it. You remove this and put dot and all this whatever we. However, we always will be like that we give it. Dot that if at all you are using the local database, then it is not required. User ID is equal to password is equal to SA@123. Here Catalog is equal to company. That's it. Nothing else you supposed to do it. Work is done. Now you execute. Simply execute. Where model classes you did not create, but still the computer has created them. Just wait. Home I gave no, so automatically here all the records are coming with the help of your model classes. Nothing was done by us. So that's the main advantage of this one. So this is database first approach, where database is there means model classes can be created with the automatic methodology. And one more, let me show you one small, very small one, okay? And I'm not going to do anything over here, a new project. Only 1 minute and I'll stop now. New project, take it as basic. And meanwhile, I will create one class over here on my own. How I will create the model class and generate from that model class a database. So now, see here, same procedure, go to project, add new item, same procedure. Like previously, take data, take it as ADO.NET entity, and what you want to give as the thing so that so XXX, you give something whatever you want, and take it as second option, click on finish. Now automatically if you really observe, you can get a designer screen where you can design your models classes automatically. How you create, I'll tell you, it is showing toolbox. Just click on that, the toolbox will be displayed. Entity means it's a table, just drag and drop. When you, how many entities you need to drag, how many tables you want, those many times. I want only one table, I will drag, but in this what properties, by default computer will put ID. Some more properties are called as scalar properties. Just right click, add scalar property and say that name, okay. Again, by default it will take a string, so I don't require to change the data type. And second one, you take it as age. Think so that age wanted I took, but it is also going to be taken as a string data type. Take it and go for right click, properties. You can see the data type taken by the system as string, but you have to take it as int 16 or 32. You take it as you like. And one more property I want, add new scalar property. What is that property? Think so that gender. So that is string means let it be like that. My class creation. So I design my model class with the help of the designer, drag and drop procedure, right click procedure. Once this is done, what is the simple work that you have to do is, now you can convert this into a database. How? Simply in this empty area, like this, not one table, n number of tables you create, right click. Here you can see here generate database from model. Just take it. So where it is asking, previously we created, so again same connection string. Go to SQL Server dot SA@123, and do you want see here, what is the mistake I have given? Dot spell mistake I have given in the password. That's the reason it is not allowed. And you can see that it is showing all the existing ones, but you do one thing, you write your own database name as my new DB, something you write however you like. Then if you are clicking on OK, it will say that this database is not existing. Do you want me to create? Yes. Yes, you create and put my student table inside it. So I have done my task. Take the second radio button and click on the next button. Just click on next button. It's about to complete. You see here. Now you click on this. Now the computer is creating one file. You see here. Everything is done. This is model first approach. So model you are creating using a designer, drag and drop methodology, and this file got created for you. See here, can you see that edmx.sql file? This file should be executed by you. You can see that execute is there, right click execute. Then Get to again it will ask details of your SQL server. Now it got executed and database got created also. Now you go back to your one SQL server and check it over there. It's done. So next class we will see the how it is created once again model first. But I am ending for today here itself, and in the next class we are learning link. Very important. That's the latest concept which is introduced from the later new version. So it's mandatory when you go for any interviews, the questions will be asked from there. And for your automated testing, join by the time 3:40. Give your feedback and join to the next class automated testing by 3:40. Java students, please attend by 3:35 like that, but .NET students, for automated testing, you can join. Sorry, all of you are .NET, so you can join by 3:40. Have a nice day. This demo once again I'll show for you, so you don't need to worry. So bye all of you. Give your feedback. Feedback please. Sarah, feedback. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back to the Physics 11 Automated Testing Module. Good afternoon to all of you. It's already 3:40. As I said, you need to connect by 3:40. Now I'll start the class and we'll have 5 minutes of recap what we have completed in the last. We are completing our second module today. Only 2 topics, only one topic, new topic, and another topic is last topic continuation only. So, from Gutkoper Center. Yes, sir, adjust your camera. Yes, at the center. You are on edge, means all are laughing at you. Sir, you can speak out. Yes, you are audible, little louder.
Yes,
so last session, what is the new topic that we were started in the second module and its purpose? Yes, what tests we have done last class?
Type of the load testing.
It is load testing we have learned. Very good. What is the purpose of load testing? Ask others to be quiet and you increase your volume.
Yes, ma'am. Hello?
Yes, you need to speak little louder. Like your mic. Yeah. Shout. What is the use of the load testing?
Load performance.
So as a sentence. What happened?
Load testing. Load testing ensures that the application will function correctly and reliable after it is deployed and the production site.
It means that to test the performance or not functionality. For functionality we will use web test, but checking the performance of your functions. Whatever methods you created, your application performance can be identified by load testing. But meanwhile, you just go through that one. Again, I will connect back to you. Meanwhile, let me connect to some other students. So, little it should be faster when I am taking you on air. Okay. From Bandra Center, CR03. Good afternoon. Adjust your camera from Bandra Center who logged in with CR03 guest ID. The 4 guest IDs CR01, CR02, 03 and 04. 03, adjust your camera and we all want to look at you people. Bandra students. Don't you want to show your face to others? Oh. First time Bandra student got connected, I feel. You can speak out now. So mic and speak out.
Hello.
Still louder. Increase the volume.
Hello.
So at least can you give the idea what is load testing? Others, whoever is having minimum idea about load testing, please raise your hand. Now you speak out meanwhile. What is load testing? Why do we conduct do that load testing?
Load testing checks the
functionality of web
Actually, you're
application.
not audible. Very low
Am I
voice
audible?
is coming.
Am I audible now?
Yes, but little louder you speak out, okay?
Okay, okay.
Mm.
It checks the functionality of performance of web application and how it works and how fast it will work.
Performance, but not functionality.
Okay, it's not
Only
functional.
performance.
Okay. There are various like MS load testing tools are also available to load test. Correct? Correct? Okay.
Fine.
Okay, there are two types like smoke and stress.
Test, stress test. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you'll conduct smoke test of load testing,
Okay, I have not written down the notes. Hello?
when you want to smile, right? Then smoke test.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stress time, you'll be serious, huh? Correct.
Yeah, sure.
Smoke test will conduct with less number of users simultaneously accessing your application. Stress test, I want to test the application by making n number of users to access it simultaneously. Because thousands of users, there is a chance that thousands of users are going to work with this application simultaneously throughout this world. So it should work faster. So I will test at my location whether is it working for high number of users simultaneously if they're accessing. Is it working fast or not? It's stress test. I know that this application is given to a company where only hardly 20 members are there who can access this application simultaneously. That time I'll go for smoke test. Number of users who are accessing simultaneously, my application is very less means smoke test I'll conduct. But huge number of people means then I will go for stress test. Okay?
Understood.
But smile is good, but subject also is required. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because that gives more value added.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
First time Bandra student connected, I feel happy. Huh? Every time I'll take, nobody will connect. They will put some cut time. Huh?
Connect us.
So next time I will connect to one more student of your batch
Yeah, sure.
and I will
I'll be
talk to
there.
you.
I'll be there.
That's about load test. That's last time only I have shown you how to do the load test. But today I am going to tell you this how to do it. I'm not telling how I will do it because that's already told. But after that we got results. That results understanding how after conducting the load test on your test method, either it might be unit test or web test, whatever it might be. So last time we have taken one unit test and one web test. In reality, we have done like that. So I think one unit test, one web test I have taken. These two at first I created functional testing. Now the same two tests I am conducting load testing. So at that time, I want to check how fast they are getting executed. So testing, load test creation and execution, everything is done. Results also got displayed. I have given us 1 minute duration for every 3 milliseconds. It has to gather, 3 seconds it has to gather the sample data. So everything we were done. But once 1 minute is over, testing is done means now the result got displayed for us. This result gets displayed in 3 different fashions. One is graphical fashion, second one is summary, third one is tabular format. But as soon as it stops, the testing period is over means it will stop. Once it is stopped, all this information it will summarize and show in the format of summary view. That is one methodology of showing the result. So this is very important question for you all. So after load test, the result is going to be displayed in how many forms and explain them. So you need to tell that there are 3 forms of displaying the result. One is summary, second one is graphical, third one is tabular format. So as soon as I stop the load testing is completed, first it will gather the information. Gathering information time, you can see some diagrams also, which are what graphical techniques. So once it is done, it will show one window summarized information, which are the tests to be are tested in the load testing, with what bandwidth, how many users maximum are tested this one, what is the average time taken for the page to display for the user, like that. A number of details, summarized details. But in depth if I want, then I should go for either tabular method technique or graphical format. So both are available. That results now I am going to explain you. And in this table, whatever I am going to tell, some of the table name and its purpose we will ask you. So graphical, so different graphs you will get, each graph will give different information for you. So that results understanding is also part of your work only, load testing. So simply I know how to conduct, but results came, but I don't know how to understand, how to view. So I just see at the same time, each and every point you might not understand from the report which is generated, because we are unaware of that subject like the CPU, timing, like that. That time networking person, it is our responsibility to show this result to networking person, so that this data which we have already retrieved, he will analyze and give the status. So that is the way how we need to do it. So that was not done. Load testing we have done, but I was not explain the results, graphs windows, the different types of graphs and the different types of tables that you will see, and summary view that I haven't explained. That I am going to explain now. Is it clear now what we are going to do now? Please confirm, so that I am showing you load testing once again. At the same time, I am going to tell you explanation about the results that are displayed. So please confirm, boys and girls. Demo of web test. Alok? Now we are in load test, so we cannot go back to the previous one. Whenever I am taking some extra session, then I can take. But it is not allowed to move back and explain the web test right now. Okay? And from Siddhartha, keep it in your brain. This is automated testing. Okay. So here only you should ask the questions related to automated testing, but not for any other subject. So that's not the technology. Okay, that cannot be. So when I'm taking, in whichever class I'm taking, that time what doubts are there you ask in that session, related to that session. Very good, Anil. 100% correct answer. Load testing is done to check the performance of the application. Very good. Now I am showing you the demo, which we have done previously also. Now wantedly, some of you are asking DLL. Wantedly, I will create one DLL. Otherwise, one DLL file I'll create where two functions, which I already created, that I'll show you. And those two functions I will make you to test, as well as one web test to do it. And finally, all the three tests, so 2 unit tests and 1 web test. All total 3 tests. So functionality I am not going to check. These 3 load tests I am conducting on these 3 functions. So how we are going to see, we will see now. So last class I created in the demo one DLL file I created actually. Otherwise I am creating the DLL file once again, and then, but it's the time is actually it's been created. Okay, I'll create now. Class library creation also once again kind of recap. Click on new project. Class library I am creating for the unit testing purpose. C# I'll take. Right, sorry, I did not share my screen. Let's screen. So in this one, you can see that C# Visual Studio you open. Left side you take the visual. What you have to take? New project if you take C# you take left side, right side class library. Give the name as LIB. I'm just giving as LIB, NIT library. This is my where I'm saving this class library in the E drive. You remember, because the DLL file gets stored inside E drive, NIT library folder, inside the bin debug their DLL file. So that route you should remember where you are saving. And if this class name is not looking good, so I can give the name as our class name. Okay. And here what we are doing, public class, this I told in the cloud consultation actually, but many of you are not joined because you before understood everything. Is prime or not, I need to check. X is equal given number. If given number is num, percentage x is equal to 0 means simply return, and return what? False. It's not a prime number. Otherwise, after coming out of the loop, still I am in the program, means it means that it says false. It says yes, it is a prime number. So my code is over for function is prime. At the same time, one more function I am creating in this class library, public bool is palindrome. What number that is? Okay. While temp, until temp is greater than 0, value of reverse number should be multiplied by 10. Remainder of by dividing with 10. This is the formula actually. Then temp is equal to this code. I am not going to explain you because this is the C# code. Time only will learn. Our task is just to this how you can access from your how you can test this. Okay. See here. If num is equal to reverse number, return true. My two functions I created, just compile this file by clicking on build solution. The first part is finished. Building is completed, so immediately go and check in your E drive is that DLL file got created or not. What is the name we get? NIT LCC LIB. You can see this folder I told. Your application bin debug C, this DLL file. This is the DLL file which is the one which is provided by the developers to you. They will compile, they will provide. Your work is take this DLL file and test those two functions from your unit test project. So how to do unit test project now? Visual Studio, another window. New project, testing, unit test, that's true. We are recapping both web testing as well as unit testing. Here you take it as test, go for unit test. You write as NIT LIB UT. UT means unit testing. Okay. Okay, I'm taking. Here unit testing. This test method name is not looking as test method because the two I require. Test method public void is palindrome test method. There are two test methods to test each function. But what is the next important step that I should do before I am going to write the code inside it? Can anybody write? Because these are all we have completed. Even in cloud consultation also I told all these. What is the first step that I have to do in this unit test? All of you please respond for the question. Whoever attended cloud consultation, at least those people also can answer for unit testing for the first work I have done. Very good, Raghavendra from Preet Vihar, one student, very good. Second student, Siddhartha, correct answer. Include class library first, correct. That means that reference is to be added. Raghavendra and Siddhartha both gave correct answer from Preet Vihar and Kotrud Center. But other centers, no actions. Never is giving the answers for the questions answer. What I am doing here, you see, go to your Solution Explorer, right click on your references, add reference, browse. Where is that actually? In eDrive, right? eDrive, NIT, LUT, and this is that, but our application library is this one. So bin, debug, DLI, take it. Automatic tick mark will come, okay. That is finished. Then next important one is what? You need to write that namespace name above your application using, what is our application name? NIT LIB. That's it. That is mandatory to be written. Then normal way you just call that function and try to execute, store that result in actual variable, your expected value. Manually you calculate what you expect, that you write on your own in expected and compare these two. So I will take, because my functions are returning boolean values expected and actual, always I am taking as two variables. And now I am going to pass 23 as the number. So is it prime number or not? Me says it's prime number. So my expected value, I am thinking that the computer should return to me true. And now what really computer is returning means call that function, object creation for a class. I forgot the class name what we have given. You see here, class name what we have given, check it. Class 1 means I have changed it as PGP. So for that PGP class you create object, new PGP, and the same code is required here in the next one also, that I'll tell you. Now actual is equal to obj dot, what is the function I need to call? Is prime, and what is the value I am passing? 23. After passing this 23, whatever it is returning will be in the actual. So with assert dot are equal. Now this code to be copied. Here in place of is prime is palindrome. Okay. So what is the expected value? Not true. 23 if you pass, is it a palindrome? No. So you give your expected value is true, false. But what computer is returning? Let us see. So two unit test methods of creation also done. So in the same one, I have done one small mistake actually. What is that mistake? I will tell. Okay, this is correct only, no problem. Now I want to do one web testing. So already two unit testings are there and one web testing I supposed to create. Before to that, 1 minute I am telling, let me open our application which is e-banking. That e-banking application, because web test I can conduct only on that. So let me open that one, whether it is there or not in the, let me check. This application is running or not, let us see. Running this application, because web test means what? Login test I want to do in this web test. Control. Login test. So copy this address, that's it. Nothing else you do it. Just close it. Nothing you do. Now you come back to your unit test project where you have created. There you go to project and you can see that here add web performance test is there. You just need to take that one, that's it. As soon as you take, it will open, as usual, you paste that address, press whenever you are having doubt, if I want to clarify, certain times I want to connect it to you personally, but it is not happening. Web test I told, which is the simplest one, and that test also again I am going to repeat. You just understand, it's the simplest one in the entire one. See here, just go to project, add web performance test, paste the address that you have copied already of your e-banking website, that website, whichever test if you want to do that, you do it. Think so that I want to test this, go for this hyperlink one, and test this one also. You write front pass hash 123. So you just after writing click on login. Dada is not getting connected. Why? So it's not how it will be like that. So whatever I posted is that is not working, you are saying, or any other problem? Database need to be attached, otherwise it will not work. Do you have SQL server in your system, Siddharth? Siddharth, do you have SQL server in your computer or not? Which version it is? So you said no, for what? I did not get it. I really did not understand. Alok, you wrote no for what? I'm asking Siddhartha. Okay, Alok. Without that SQL server, you cannot do the steps. Okay. And Siddharth, you are having 2012, then it should work actually. I told you the server name, database type to be changed to SQL server database file. Whether you have done or not, I don't know. I will check out. One time, anytime you send your details along with your mobile number, Siddharth, so that anytime I will take your system remote and I'll try to help you out. Okay? Now I'm continuing. So once this is done, next step is what? So remember, 2 web tests you have created as well as 1 unit test with 2 test methods you have created. Remember, the total 4 tests you have created on the whole. So now you just build it once. Once after building is done, now you need to create this for 4 tests. Separately you can execute them for functionality testing. Now my aim is they are functionally okay, I know. But I want to check how fast they are working. These functions, how fast they are working. Those web tests, how fast they are working. When users, many users simultaneously accessing with different browsers or different networking cables. And so what it is at that time. That time load test I am going to conduct. This load testing can be conducted. Just go to Solution Explorer. Right click on your application name. Right click on your application name. Go for what? Here you can go for add. In the add load test will be there. You can see that load test. Right click on your application. So once you have taken next, let it be next, and add your test. This is the place where all your tests you need to add. Okay. Select all and run. Okay. So because these all I want to test. Okay, you take it. Now distribution I want same or different, is prime, little, and web test one is more priority. So automatically others are getting adjusted however you want. Then once it is done, go to the next. Then yes, in the bandwidth of networking of LAN only I want to test. I cannot take any 3G like that because it is not available. in my local computer. So I'm taking only LAN. Next I'm going for this, which browsers I want to test. Most of the time on Internet Explorer, and certain times even on Chrome. So less percentage I'll give for Chrome, and more percentage let me give it for Internet Explorer. %30%. That's your wish, however you want to give. Next, click on yes. And counter sets, I told you how many threads are running right now, what is the percentage of the processor, memory wise, what memory, how many page faults are there per second, how many pages are accessed per second, like that, some details which are related to not your application, related to the resources of your computer, like processor, memory, those are counter sets. But that cannot be identified directly. Those computer sampling for every 5 seconds, let it be for 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds it has to collect the data. So let me take that one and click on finish. Now load test is created. Okay, load test is created for these 4 functions. What? 2 unit test methods, 2 web test methods. So 4 on the whole. At the top you will find scenarios. Under scenario, scenario 1. Same test I want to execute with a different environment. Then what do you do on scenarios? Let me, sorry, you cannot see, I think I'm hiding. Counter sets means students are asking what are counter sets, are not understood. Just your camera first. CR02 from Bandra Country. Counter sets means you understand certain time I created one application, I am checking the performance of this application in your computer. So it is working through the same whatever application you are testing of mine, the same is also tested by somebody else. They say is working fast, but you are saying not working slow. It's not person's problem. In your computer configuration, it might not be my system, my application problem. It's the problem of your computer, which processor you are using, how much RAM capacity, how much hard disk capacity, that also will affect my application. Actually, there is no problem in the application, but that the application is running in your machine, whereas your machine is having low configuration. So it will work automatically slow. And if it is executed from a system where high configuration, it will work fast. So it's not called as the problem of your application. It's the problem of the configuration settings of your computer. Hard disk capacity, RAM capacity, processor configuration, all this. So that also I want to identify means that what is called as a counter set. So, and this counter set, the threshold values I can set, and I can say that memory will create and all this. So now in this screen actually. Now you can see in this screen, whatever you have specified counter sets, it is showing whatever tick marks. Here processor, how much processor timing it has been taken, how many threads got created, what is the threshold value, so many. Just expand for your knowledge, okay. Counter categories it will show. Again you expand. It is showing memory related any details you want, just expand that and see what counters. These are all it will identify. So under for your application, it is getting the data about the memory, what kind of data, how many bytes of memory is freely available, how many pages are retrieved in a freaking second, how many pages are you tried but you did not get, that is page fault. But you tried to access but you did not get it, that is page fault. That details it is going to retrieve. So this you see here, whenever my number of page faults is 3 more, within a second 3 problems, 3 more than 3 if I am getting as a value of page fault per second. So computer should give me warning, if the page fault is keep on going more than your value. So warning. And if it is going beyond the 10 minutes, it should tell me as a red. That means what, You are in a critical place. Warning and critical threshold, which I already told you. The same I am explaining right now. Right place, add threshold rule. I can say that warning value is 3 and threshold value is 10. Then what is the meaning? Computer will, at runtime of your load test, it will gather all these information, counter sets information, it will gather, no doubt. But at the same time, gathered information chart place, it will show whenever your value, that means actual value is exceeding, phase false value is exceeding your warning value, it will show with yellow color. If it is exceeding 10 means it will show with red color in your diagram, so that I can show I am exceeding here more than my critical value, here I am exceeding my warning level value. So that is the simplest way of attaching the threshold. In the same methodology, not only for memory, this is for memory I said, in the same manner for network, physical hard disk means for hard disk, like that. So that is the one. I am not telling for everything. Once these threshold values and all these are attached, next work is simply run this load test. But it is test duration. How much time can anybody write? What is the test duration time we have given? Last step I gave that value. What is the default value? What is the value that we have changed? Very good, Anil, 100% correct. Gaurav, 100 correct. Good. Both from Southex. Both are from Southex. They gave the answer. What about the rest? How much time I have given? I requested to do the testing. For load testing, how much time it should be conducted? So just understand, some students are giving, some students are not answering. I mean, are not checking properly. Durgesh from Panvel Center. Is your camera, Durgesh? So I am telling very clearly, don't misunderstand me, don't feel bad, and telling, if people are not seeing it as till here it is completed as in, am I right? Is it required for me to show once again? No. Still I am showing, but if you are not taking it as a light, very light cycle. As the duration is not 5 seconds, it is 1 minute. 1 minute. 5 seconds is sampling rate. Sampling rate is what? 1 minute your test is going to be conducted. After every 5 seconds it will stop doing the load testing. Current value, how much memory is used, how much, what is the process of state, how is the process of my application, number of pages per second, and then for every 5 seconds it will stop the load testing and gather the information. Like you are doing some testing of some function. For every 5 seconds you are stopping the testing and current tested values you are taking. Again you will start continuation of the testing. Again after 5 seconds you stop, current values you will pick up. That is sampling rate. That's it. Because gathering the information is mandated. At what interval? Is it after 1 minute later I should collect and gather the data? Otherwise with the interval time for every 5 seconds. That is sampling rate. Next time you will say the first answer or you will
No.
So you are going to get the answer. Does not mean that you will not type the answer. You have to type and that should be the correct answer. Okay? This 40 minutes whatever I told is already completed one. Again you made me to repeat. It's not 1 second current from Thane, it is 1 minute. I have given it as 1 minute. That's the reason please when I am doing the steps please take. It's not required that I have to repeat again and again. After doing all this, you just think so that 1 minute I gave, but I want to give 2 minutes. What should I do means completely what I have done waste? No, it's not waste. What you have to do is test duration like that on your scenario. On your scenario, right click. You can see that some editing works also will be there. Add scenario means a new scenario you are going to create. But scenario 1 is there. Scenario 1. Right click on that. You can edit everything. Test mix what 2 unit tests that you have taken. 1 unit test I don't want to do. Then you can remove by going to this place. As soon as you have done, this is screen you will get. And anything if you want to change the distribution, you can change. That is called as editing. That is the word test mix editing. Like that network mix editing will be there all. On scenario name, right click and do the edition, changing. Okay. This is the way how you can be able to do it. So, okay. So, what is that next one? Now, how to run this one? Just one more scenario if you want how to do it again. I know to tell on this main heading scenarios. Right click, add scenario and give the name as second scenario. And this is the place I want 10, 10, 10 as it is and with 60 is the final one. Next, take something else. Next, take it this one. What is test mix? Add, take only 2. Don't take extra. Your wish. It's not rule. Why it is not added? Achha, mistake is what you need to make them to come to the next time and then see added. So 50% I want, and I want to test with this 100, and I want to test only with Internet Explorer, not with the help of the browser. First of all, I don't want Chrome, so I am taking this one 100% distribution finish. So now scenario 1, scenario 2, 2 scenarios you created for the same under same load test. So now you run this load test, right click, run load test. So both scenarios, scenario 1 separately, scenario 2 separately is going to execute. See here, but the time duration, what is the one we... second scenario 10 minutes. Ten minutes means you will understand, it will take much time. By default, it will be 10 minutes it will show, but we need to change it to our requirement, 1 minute or 2 minutes like that. Please confirm till here steps are okay or not, so that I will show you the results and I will tell you. Confirm, all of you. Please from Grant Road. It was sent, I did not understand. Look, what is little? Little you understood or nothing you understood? Little confusion, little understood, nothing you understood. Still it is running for 1 minute load testing. It is going to do how it is going to do. First it will in scenario 1 it will start with 5 users accessing these 4 functions, and after 3 what is the time we gave? Sampling time 5 seconds like that or 3. For every 3 seconds more 10 users it will increase, so 5 will become 15. So now as if 15 users are simultaneously accessing your application, it will be done. then 25, 35 like that. In the second scenario, starting itself 10 users, then 20, 30, 40 because I have given like that. Okay, so your test is completed. See, it is showing you the result summary. I told you that result will be displayed in how many techniques? Can everybody please respond? Allows you also respond how many different ways it will show the result of your load test. How many different ways it will show the very good. From Thane I got it, from Bashir Bagh, Shireen I got it, from Ajit of Garia I got it, very good. Komal Lakshmikant from Borivali, number is not correct, just to recall it once again. Komal, how many techniques do we have? One is written the names also, Anil, very good. It's a 3. I told you very clear, summary, graphical and tabular. Very good. So 3 techniques by default. Once the testing is load testing is done, because you gave 1 minute, 1 minute is over means it will stop and it is going to give you the details. Load test result summary. Let me hide so that you can see completely. You can see here load test summary. In this load test summary, what is the load test name, what is the description, start time is what, 16, 26, 12 and ending is 27 minutes 12, that means exactly 1 minute. And warm up time, because I gave 0, duration I gave 1 minute, so controller local run like that. So controller agent, you know, both are current computer only. So maximum user load is what, 110. Why it is giving 110, madam? Don't get confused. Because scenario 1, scenario 2, 50 is one place highest, second one is 60 highest, I guess, so only 110 users on the whole. How many tests work? How many tests? The same tests are repeated on the whole. Actually 4 tests only. But it is showing 1511. Can anybody answer for this? Can anybody answer why it is showing as 1511 tests it is conducted? But actually in my application only 4 tests are there which I tested. In first scenario 4, in second scenario only 2. But still I am getting more. Can anybody answer for this? 1. Subiksha from Arya. How many tests do we have in the first scenario? Unmute your mic. Do you want to speak or not? Unmute your mic, I said. Language is very nice. Huh? Fingers language. Huh? Good. Okay, in first one 4. Huh? In second one 2. Huh? Total 6. Like 6. Huh? But 6 tests means, but it is saying 1511. Why? Because computer is too much fast. In not even milliseconds it will take to execute them. Think that each one 2 milliseconds. You think so? All the 6 12 together 12 milliseconds. So what it will not stop, because he gave the time duration as 1 minute 60 seconds. Same test again it will repeat based on the distribution again. Because some tests will be executed more number of times, some are less. Why? Because distribution you gave differently. Some tests you gave for 40%, some tests you gave 12% like that. But same tests are going to be repeated till 1 minute is not at over. Then, so you understand 1511 times the test got executed altogether. So that's the reason it is showing as number of tests, that one. And it's showing how many tests were failed is 0. So none of the tests are failures. And transactions, how many were done, average transaction time, pages per second. In a single second, how many pages it is able to retrieve? 13.6 pages it is retrieving. In one page, hundreds of requests once again. Page is one. But in that page, hundreds of requests will be completed in what in that 1 second of time only. So that's what is the average page time, one page on an average 0.13 seconds like that. This is the summary it is going to show for the user. So see, request failed, how many requests failed, total how many requests were done, 106 requests. So like that, each summary wise, you see here it is showing what are all slowest. See, these are the 5 slowest pages. Which pages are very slow when compared with other pages it has worked with in your testing time. Think so that with thousands of pages it works. Which pages are very slow, top 5 slow pages, top 5 slow tests. Test means what? Total 6 tests you have done. Out of 6 tests, which tests are slower, the test it is going to write in what? Ascending order. So more time it is taking is that is more slower, 25.9 milliseconds. This is 18.6. These are, you see, each palindrome, each prime number 0.000041 means how fast they are. That much less amount of time they are taking. That's about summary. Now, this is simply summary, but internally lots of scenario 1 and scenario 2 together summary will show. Keep it in your brain, this is the summary of scenario 1 and 2 together. I didn't get you. What? Look, how 20 tests in scenario 1. You just understand this is a scenario, all the scenarios together will get executed, all scenarios together summary is going to be shown, but not individually in this summary view. How many scenarios you create all together. Now you can do so many options will be available to you later. I will show you where you can compare the results of 2 scenarios, scenario 1, scenario 2, results you can compare and view separately also, that I will show you. And now you see here that you have seen. Now you are having another 2 techniques. One is tables. Let me explain tables first, then I will show you the graph. Tables, you are having how many tables can you see, and tell me how many tables can you able to see in the screen. At the top tables button is there, you can see. Or as you see here tables graph is there, this tables I click, then I got the result like that. How many tables can you see here? This name is table name, test table, errors table. How many tables do you have right now? You are thinking too, very good, as per whatever I asked you to. But I am telling you, here you can find arrow. If you click on this, test table, errors, pages, requests, SQL trace, SQL test details, like that many are there, right? So at a time it is able to show 2. So these 2 after you can make, I want to see in this first table is what test. That means which test you conducted. All your unit test names here. 6 tests you have done, that names it is showing. Total 6 tests, right? In first one 4 tests, in second scenario 2 tests. All together it is showing as 6 over here. What you have done. And errors means what? Do you get any errors, any exceptions? When you are doing these things, any exceptions or files, that error details will be there in the errors table. What else other tables are there? Text errors we have seen pages. How simple, which are all the SPX pages you have visited. Everything, but not image files, everything, only pages. So you can see here, SPX pages, all those it is showing. Whichever pages you have visited, those pages list will be there in the pages table. And whereas if you say that request means it might be your, one more thing is here, this is the about us.sps page. In pages it will be displayed as one, but in that about us there are 4 images sitting. So 4 images and the page together all called as request. So including images like that means go for request. Down you see here, not only ASPX pages, even JPG files which you requested in the existing ASP pages, that's also it is going to show. All the image files, ASPX file all together here, only pages will be in the pages. And another table is what? First 4 are finished. SQL trace means when you are connecting to SQL, in case your test needs to connect to any SQL server, and that is not happening. that errors will be displayed. SQL related errors are going to be placed in this SQL trials. So another table is what? Test details, pass or fail. You can see this outcome, pass or fail. My test I have done. See, test 1 only how many times done you observe, because within the given amount of time, n number of times the same function, same method I can see here, thousands of times. Passed or failed, it is going to show you. That is test details. Another table, test we have already completed, test details finished. Okay, thresholds, as I already told you, anywhere any threshold problem did I get it, like 3 pages warning level, 10 pages as a critical level I gave it, not that details, anything is there means it is going to show that threshold details. So here processors, here counter set, percentage of page faults, okay, so that details it is going to show for you. So that is about threshold. Last one more table I think, that is transaction, but we don't have any transactions in our one because we were not grouped any of the requests as a single one. So if that is not implemented, transactions will be nothing. So that table is an empty one. So this is about different types of tables. Can anybody read out the tables names, like what are the main tables? First we will see the test that you conduct on. What are the tests you have done, that it will is going to show test. Second one is errors. Any runtime exceptions were occurred means those details of that error details will be in the errors table. Then thresholds, that means the threshold values you are going to give for your counter. Like 3 is the page faults and 10 is the masked page faults. If you give like that, after 3 it is a warning, after 10 it is a critical with red color it is going to show you. So what else? Pages, what are all the pages you requested, and the difference between pages and requests is pages will show main pages only, but within that page some other JPG files or something you have incorporated, that it is not going to consider separately. Page is one only I request like that thing, but indirectly that images also you requested to display on your page, that will be under the request. Like that many tables are there, you can check. From these tables many questions will come, so you can read from your Coursera. Is the tables clear, type is clear to all of you? Please confirm. After the result, tabular style. Little faster. Any doubts? Please write. %5% of the students confirmed about the table. Who did not understand, please raise your hand and ask me. Okay, good. Whatever the rest, only one is left over, that is graph. So instead of like this text format, in tabular format, what we will do, it can be displayed in the tabular graphical format, where your processor, page faults, processor, how much time it is utilized, previous utilized time, whatever I told, in the instead of quantitative manner, it should be displayed in the graphical manner. So that time how you are going to see, that's nothing but what? You are going to click on this graph, that's it. When you click, what are the different graphs? Main graph do you have is key indicators graph, you can check. That is the one which will see what is the processor time used by your application, how much is the time used by the operating system, works like the privilege time, everything. And in case if a response time means how much time the page has taken to respond for the user's request, how much time it has been taken. So that page response time, it is going like that. System under test. So agent systems and controller systems are there. About those systems I am going to get the data. At this point of time you can always observe here, I gave threshold value 3 for the warning and 10 for the this one. If you really observe here, some places red color ones I am getting because it is exceeding the threshold value of critical, and whereas this yellow color represents the warning value, you crossed it more than 3. So that is the way it is. In this one also you can see, this is the yellow color ones are warning values, this red color into ones all are critical values. So that's what it is going to show. So mainly it is showing here 4 graphs. Key indicators graph, some are coming up. If you really observe here also, you see key indicators, system under test, controller and agent, test response time, transaction response time, page response time. 4 you are seeing, which 2 you are not seeing. So after these 4 viewing is finished, take another one. Just these are all like this only. If you click, it will show. It is not showing this transaction. Now you click it, so I can get it. Yes, test completed, 52 threshold violations. Correct. Error means runtime exception. Runtime exception. That's the reason in errors table also you found one screen. You did not check, I think. In errors table you found there is one error was happened at runtime. The performance counter, see, some problem has been done. That error, this is called as runtime errors. These errors, how many were happened? Only one. Those are only called as errors. That's what it is going to show. Now in each one, if you really observe in this graph, different colored lines are there. But each color represents what, you no need to worry. Click on this key, it can slowly come down. You can be able to see. I am moving slowly here. If you really observe here, down. Can you see this box down? Counter, instance, category, computer, color or range. So for the first one, it is going to show heading is a key indicator. And in key indicators, red color line represents what? Green color line represents what? That's what. First one is user load. Second one is what? Green color is pages per second. How many pages are requested per second? And what is the average page time? Like that, very clearly legend will be given for you. So you don't need to worry. And at the same time, page response time place also many different colors. Each color purpose, each line purpose, it is going to show. See, your average you can see here average page time. When I place the mouse pointer, it will tell you how average page time and all these it is going to tell you for this. So like the transaction table details, it is going to tell you controller and agent. So only 4 why it is telling, madam, is you take another table which is not our system under test, automatically what are the 4 graphs are there, only those details it is going to tell below to that one. So what is key indicators? That if you want to know, so let me run our presentation for 5 minutes so that I can show you what is the use of, sorry sir. Once you have completed, you have to do is to see here key indicators. This is a different screen. Okay. Graphical view, tabular view, summary view. In this graphical view, these are the 6 types of graphs you are having. Key indicators, phase response, system under test, controller. So each one explanation is there here. See. Key indicators purpose. This is very important. That's what I am telling. Key indicators graph, what it is going to represent? It is collecting the data on an average response time, threshold violations per second, errors per second, and user load. These are all the 4 different types of details it is going to collect and display in the key indicator graph. But how many page faults, that it will not show. That will be in the another one. You can see another one is what? Page response time graph represents the average response time of the web pages accessed during the load test. It explains how much time the server took to respond and to each request by the user. So how much time the server has taken to respond to your query. So if hundreds of pages you are accessing within 1 minute of time, for each request, how much time? Might be same page 10 times requested. Each time the amount of time taken by the server might be different. One time only 10 milliseconds, one time only 2 milliseconds, one time 30 milliseconds. So that based on that it is going to plot this diagram. So next table is graph is what system under test. I told you controller and agents which are there with the system details idea. I gave my computer HYD-SCC-FLMA. So my page detail, my computer details. See here, this test under graph under the regarding the computer system on which you have executed. That means your computer counter test details like processor time, privilege time, like that. This data includes what information is in memory, processor and physical disk and various running tools. That's what. How much memory of your RAM been occupied, how much is the utilization time of your processor privilege time, and operating system, how much time it has taken, how much time it has been used on my work. Everything will be there in this systems under test. So next one, next graph is what? By name only you can understand the controller and agent. Because but right now our computer itself is the controller and agent also. And in case you are making different computers as agent and other computer as controllers to handle them, then at that time you can represent the data about computers on which you have executed the location, where you have executed that computer information, but not controller information. Agent information you are going to get it. So that data, the data collected represents information about processor time and memory available, how much memory free available in your system. That is megabytes or million. Megabytes means a kilobytes or whatever it is showing to you. So this is tables which I have already told you. For all graphs there are some detailed information. That's what lines you are seeing, right? That in this actual result you have seen headings of each at the bottom it is showing key indicators with many columns. What are those columns? Instance, category, color, range. Color also you have seen. Red color means what is the category, blue color means what is, everything it is explaining, right? The same you can get it from here. This is tabular view which I don't require to explain. Please confirm, did you understand or not? Sorry. Listened means, see here, look, you will see cricket, I think, most of you. Think so that to comparison after 25 overs, two countries are playing, means two different lines will come with two different colors. Think so that India and Australia are playing. Now two lines for comparison were drawn as a line chart. But which color line is India, which color line is Australia, how do we differentiate? It is very difficult. So, in your graph only side, he will put blue color line, since blue and green are there. Blue color line, green color line, blue color India, he will write green color Australia. Means, whichever blue color line you are seeing is India graph and which line, and whichever is green color, that is Australia graph. So that I can understand by seeing that one. Otherwise, there are many lines with different colors, which is which country color, which country score, nobody don't know. So that I can represent with that legend. Legend in the sense, side of it. Just now I have shown you also. Here you see here, legend in the previous screen also it is there. You can see this legend. Wait. Here many colors are there. If you see red color, blue color, like that, how can I understand in key indicators what is red color line? See here, this is legend. See here, this is red color represents user load and green color represents request per second. This is called as legend. Is that clear, Alok? Is it clear or not? Because many lines, how do you differentiate which is what? Please confirm whether you understood or not. Okay. So this is about the different types of how your result got displayed after the load test. In this load test module, a small topic is left over. Let me tell you in 5 minutes what do you mean by it. Now, till now in this load test, what you have done already, you have created a unit test or web test you have created. On those tests, you have done the testing. That means load test you have performed. Now, what I want is specifically that test, this test, any test I will not create. Let me execute my application. When I am running, somebody should monitor me and check. I will directly run my application, click somewhere and do it. But every time somebody should monitor my task and how my application is responding for each of my requests. With the time it should note down. Is it fast or slow? Everything. So what will happen? Specially I am not doing like that, but why this is to be done? I found that some places my application is running slowly. Why it is working slowly, nobody don't know. So there is one expert who can do it, thinks that he will tell me, you do it now in front of me. So I am doing the work. I am slow learner, thinks that while I am doing the work, I am slow, he thinks so. Okay. Why I am slow? That other person wants to identify the drawback in me. So what he will ask is, you right now you do the work. So when I am doing, he will monitor and gather the correct information so that once my work is finished, he will tell these are the places you are working slow. This is not to be done. In place of it, you should use this one so that your work will be done faster. You should work like this so that it works faster. So somebody should monitor your activities for identifying where your work is going on slow, where you are working very fast. So where it is working slow, if you first areas you identify, then second work is how to remove that bug. That is second. First I should identify where is the problem. So if I identify the problem, then how to cure is secondary. So how I can identify? First of all, whatever I am going to tell, that is called as performance counter. Okay. So this how you are going to launch this wizard. When you need to perform this monitoring of your performance. Somebody has to monitor you need to run directly your application. When you are executing, working with your application, somebody behind you looking after your work and gathering your information, where you clicked, what you expected, how much time it has been taken, how much memory used, everything it will note down. Right? So that at end I will check that the retrieved data, I can easily identify where is the work going on slow. So that's what, when my application I found that working slow, how I can easily identify steps. Testing is very difficult. Somebody is there who is gathering my information, identifying and telling me is that. So that time you will come for this topic. So let me tell you what is the topic. That is called as profiling, code profiling, you see here. Profiling is defined as the investigation. Investigation means you can understand where is the problem. Where is the problem I can understand. Investigating on an application behavior by analyzing the results obtained during the execution. During the execution time it will capture. Once the execution is over, it will analyze this captured data and give the analysis details. So that time you will go for this code profiling. The objective of code profiling is to analyze and determine the units of application needs to be optimized. That means which areas working slow, so that I should optimize means that I should improve their work to be done faster. Optimize means getting best of yours. That I can do it. First let me identify, then I will do it. So this is possible with a predefined tool that is called as profiling tool. If you want to do this work, there is one thing that you have to create which is called as profile scenario. Once you create that one, automatically it is going to do your task of, when it automatically launches your application, it will launch and it will ask you, hey, you do it now, you work with your application, let's say you work, but your details it is capturing and writing into a log file, and at the end of your work, automatically it will do the analysis of this gathered data and it will present for you. That's what is the profiling. That means code profiling. How you can do this profiling step by step? I am doing this code profiling time. What I told, enable you to analyze the time a particular function or method takes to how much time it's taking to execute. What are the functions are called? How much time they have been taken while doing the testing. Okay. Application, this is normally used at what time I told, application is running very slowly. Then you need to identify and understand how my memory is being, I'm telling you, how much hard disk is used, how much memory got used by your application also I can get it from there. So that's the reason I will go for this code profiling. First step is what, as I already told you, you have to create a performance session. This word is very important. For doing the code profiling, the first step is you need to create, the first step that you do it, we'll call it as creating the performance session you are creating. Session you are creating means you are creating an environment where your application is going to be launched, which you want to test, and that application when you are working with, automatically it is monitoring and gathering that information and storing. Once testing and once you close that application, automatically your session gets closed, performance session, already gathered information, it will analyze and present for you in a proper format. So, but all these we cannot understand, but steps I will do. I'll show you the results, but some of the results we will not understand because it is in networking persons can understand it. So I will show you how you can do it. It can be done manually or through a wizard window. Wizard window we are going to see that one. So this is the wizard window. So instead of showing here practical, I will show you for what application. We are having e-banking application. For that thing I am going to show you now. So it will take 5 minutes just to see the steps. Just your work is just to copy the URL of your website into a notepad first. That's first step. Then launch this wizard. How to launch this wizard now I am going to show. That also I will show you. Is that clear? What is code profiling? When do we use? First meaning understood all of you, please confirm. Boys and girls, code profiling when we are going to use, for what purpose? If you understood, click on plus, otherwise raise your hand. Only 30% of the students understood. Okay, now we are going for the next topic, that is code profiling demo. So let me hide my video and share my desktop. The simplest demo I am showing, and I am not going to show your e-banking application which you can see. Right. Just only for URL only I am executing, otherwise I don't require. Let me execute, get this address and close. Now simply you open one Visual Studio window. See, not even new project you need to click. I don't require to click on new project also. How simple it is. In this window, start window only, if you really observe, analyze. Code profiling is analyzing your performance, right? So simply click on analyze. There, launch performance wizard. That's it. That's the first one. When you go for this, What kind of performance data you want? Is it CPU sampling or instrumentation or .NET memory allocation or sampling or resource contention data? That means concurrently how many threads are running like that. Related to threads means last one. Resource contention data, that means how my threads are accessing my data, that one. .NET memory allocation means track managed memory allocation, how my memory gets. Like that it was written down, you can see. I want to check CPU sampling, you take it as CPU sampling. Second step, all of you observe, after taking second step, you just click on next. So what is it? Read this one. Which application would you like to target for profiling? I have already copied one address, URL of my web application. That's a web application, not DLL or not exe. Here, you can test even if you are having any .exe file like console applications also. You can take. But mine is ASP application. So I am taking second radio button because it's not console application for exe. Take that one and click on next. So it will ask your URL. I copied not the same, you paste it here. That's it. Nothing else to do. Finish. Last step, that is. Click on finish. Oh, what is the drawback? You just see everything I told correct, but one mistake is when you want to code profiling, Visual Studio should be opened with administrative rights. But I opened normally, so it's not working. So let it cancel. I'm closing this Visual Studio. Again I'm opening, same steps, nothing else. But run as administrator I'm taking. Visual Studio should be opened with administrative rights. That's the only difference, nothing. Here, analyze, launch wizard, take it next, the ASP.NET, same one, no, that's why I'm doing first. Work is finished, that's it. Now finish, you click. Here, do you want? Yes. Here, it gives immediately who opened this website. That means now whatever steps we have done, that is nothing but performance session creation. That means some area was given for you for testing. Now it was launched, your application. Why? Now if I am doing anything with this, it is going to capture the information. So everything it is capturing. You don't know that it is capturing, but everything, how much memory was used and how much time being used, that everything it is going to capture, that everything, see here. And I am going for request, all this it is capturing. Okay, I am giving some 25,000 and 3 years. Calculate all my actions along with the output and how much time it is taking and for your request. Now log out, I click. So work finished, I close. So now it is profiling. Wait, I just closed that window, means session I ended. So it is analyzing the retrieved, that is already retrieved, but analyzing it is. Once it is analyzed, it is showing the report. You can see that here report is a Performance Explorer. In that report, computer automatically creates one file where it is showing, going to show. See here, your data. You just close. And this is your data, very less is there. It is not there, you don't think so. Small data is there down. Okay. And here not on, this is summary. If you really observe here, it is a summary what you are seeing. Instead of that, there is many things are there which I want to get. It means functions. If I take, what are the functions without knowing to you are being called by the system from which DLL files. Those DLL files, how many times they have been accessed and what is the what average time taken for the sampling, like that. Now I don't want functions called REME. See here, first you open Internet Explorer. So Internet Explorer, from that whatever all scripts you have access, everything it is going to show you. That is internally it has access to all these. That is only it is showing, nothing else. How many times it's been accessed and how many times it, what is the time taken, everything it is going to show you. Another one called, like that line by line you can go and processor if I am taking. So what is the time it is began, at what time it is ended, lifetime is what, unique ID, everything it is going to show you. Like that you can do processes like that. Function details means function details. Who called what called what, everything it can be able to show. Like that. What modules do you have means it will show like that. So those are, without knowing to you, in DLL files you are accessing those values, so it will show you the details. So that's about your code profiling. Steps understood or not? Did you understand the steps? Just open Visual Studio with administrator right. Just you need to open with what? Administrator right. Or if you are understanding or not, please confirm. Its work is, when I need to perform this code profiling is, when I found that application is working very slow, and also I want to know how much time is being used, how much memory being used for your functions. So that time we'll go for code profiling, which will gather the information by making you to run that application, and it gathers. It will launch your application for test. It will ask you to work with that. At that time it will capture. Whenever you end the session, it will analyze the gathered information present for you. Please raise your hand who did not understand text. Please rise if you did not understand. Otherwise click on plus. Is everyone is present? Second module is over. Boys and girls, understand, second module is done with. We are done with second module. Plus tomorrow I am starting with the next module, which you will feel that easy. And wait, very important, from tomorrow onwards third module is coming, for which Visual Studio 2012 is enough, you don't think. Visual Studio 2012 Ultimate plus Update 4 of Ultimate Edition. Update 4. In the internet you need to type Visual Studio 2012 Ultimate Update 4.0 and press enter. Download, how much time it will take, can you expect, sometimes 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 6 to 7 hours for installation. So before you start, next module is started, I am giving you the clue. You download this update 4 and install in your systems wherever you are doing the practical. If it is at center to your networking person, you inform the same. So they will download and keep it ready. Otherwise you can't do even a single step in the third module. Even single step, not even single demo you will get. That's very good. So second module is done with. So I'll just recap for 5 minutes. In the first module, which is ensuring code quality. Yeah, no problem. We just did 2013 also, that is doesn't matter. Durgesh, it is okay. It's okay. So we have done with module 1, that is what? ECQ is a shortcut, but ensuring code quality. The main aim of this one is to check the functionality of each and every individual module. Module means every individual function, I can say, which are independent of one another. Are not like that of each and every individual function. For this we learnt what testing for this. In the first module, to do this, the functionality for each and every function testing. What is the testing we have done? Please write. Yes, you are having a lab guide. I have shown you the one also. Not one, 3 for modules, 3 lab guides separately are there. One is done. What testing? Others? Okay, very good. Arijit gave the correct answer. That is nothing but unit testing. Unit test we have used. Okay, at this place, mainly what? you prerequisite whatever functions you want to do it, you need to make them as .dll file. Okay. So .dll file will be there. .dll, in case web application they gave, madam, if they did not give the, it's your duty which functions they asked you to test, those functions code you copy it in Notepad, create one class library application, there you paste these functions and save it. So .dll file will be created when you compile that class library, that you need to test now. But directly from web application it is not possible to do the unit testing. So compulsorily you need to make it as, that is what is 2.5 activity of your code quality. I mean ensuring code quality. Soumya, 2 modules are over. Now we are asking from Hadapsar, some are not happy with the classes as per my feeling. And please write to me if any problem. How much flexibility if I am giving also, you are not free to talk to me, but when you are giving the feedback time, you are saying that your face is not, so you communicate to me until you will tell, because I can't see that which student is it, but I can say from which center. So you understand, feel free to communicate with me. I am the right person to contact for you. Okay. Group name he is asking, once let me write your group name. PCP11 automated testing. This is the name of our group. Okay. Now I'll show you those books. 6 books altogether, 3 student guides, 3 lab guides, which I have told you last class. And some of you are writing what is the portion for PMR in the group, but at the same time in the group, long back I have posted what is the schedule of your PMR and cycle test with the syllabus. With syllabus I have posted. Syllabi I have mentioned at least 6. Now you see here, this is what, let me show you, I think these are only 6. There are 6 books you can see here. Regression testing, this is the last module, regression testing, which we are going to start from tomorrow. See, activities, it is not lab guide, it will be written as activity guide book. Okay, so these are last module. This is what, performing web and load test, that's what we completed. That is student guide, lab activity book. Again, ensuring code quality, student guide and activity book. There are 6 books which you will be getting in your digital course. Is that clear to all of you? Any more doubts? So in first module we worked only with unit testing. Second module is what, where we have learned. Second module name is what first? Performing web and load test. The shortcut that we will call PWLD. Okay, performing web and load test. This is the place what we have done is we learned 2 different types of tests. Test we learned, which is for functionality testing. Madam, unit testing, that is when the data is available in the format of .dll file. But I want to test from a web application. So then functionality testing in a web application. Plus what else? Link functionality plus orphan pages, all these I can get it from the web test. And here only we learned one more load test, which is for to test the perform, not to check the functionality whether it is correct. I am not checking the correctness over here. It's working, how much fast it is working, that's it. So it is correct or not, it is not load test. That is what functionality testing with the web test. So to check the performance of the application. These are what we have learned till now. In the next class, next class we are going to learn module 3, that is called as RCUCIT. Don't get confused. Regression test using coded UI test. Full form. Here UI is this UI directly. UI means again what? It's the user interface. So how nice it will be, the third module is, so that whatever actions we have done, like previously it will capture, it will record, but when you run time, what it will, it only will open Internet Explorer, it only will type, all you can see, it is visible. Previous one is what? Actions are not visible to you, but internally it will perform and it will directly execute only based on result, pass or fail it will tell. But here, including your user, that means the tab you press, that also it will show. It will, you type what value, it will type and it will test. And all this for what reason? In the next class we will see. Yes, Salil. South, Salil.
Yeah, ma'am, I just want to know if Azure is going to take by you only or not.
First question, do you want me or not?
Sorry.
Question,
I didn't get you, ma'am.
For your question, one more question. Do you want me or not?
No, actually, it's not like that, but I just want to know when you are going to start that module.
So the question should be different, huh? The question should be different. The question came wrong. So I am only
Sorry,
going
ma'am.
to do it. 19th you are going to write the exam for your automated testing. 21st onwards, in the same month you are going to start with your AGS module. Okay?
And what will be the duration of that module?
So let us, that is, okay, now we are in automated testing. Let us talk about automated testing. Once we go for regular, we will discuss, okay? Okay, still?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Very good, Ajit, that you have completed in testing, but at the same time, web testing also to be completed. Okay. It's a version, don't say, my dear. You require prerequisite what? Already you are having Visual Studio 2012, right? Ultimate with update 4. Just write as it is whatever I wrote in your Google. Immediately from Microsoft one, you can be able to download this one. Downloading also takes time and installing also will take time. So don't worry for that. That's reason. Try to do it today itself. It will take a lot of time, 4 hours, 5 hours like that. So do it now so that it will be ready before your module starts. Tomorrow we are starting with the next module. So in this one we have learned second one, code profiling. One more we have learned, that is what? Code profiling over here, okay? These are the things which is used to generally test your application when it is in running state, capturing the data and analyzing the data by creating one session, profile session, performance session we'll call. So it creates one performance session and within this session time, whatever performance session. Within this time it is going to do the testing of your application. Once you end the session, it will stop and give you the result. So have a nice day and give all of you the next class what we are starting, I already told you. So any pending cycle test, anything you complete, and PMR that I am not going to tell, that is there you in the group itself with the syllabus. If it is not found, you write in the group. I will check whether it is there or not once again, and I'll in the group itself I'll reply back to you. So have a nice day. Give the feedback now. Feedback, please. There is feedback.